And we are back. Unfortunately, Bristol had quite a few issues, but we have returned once again to the 9th race of the Rush Racing Trucks season, and incredibly excited to present this event to you. Unfortunately, I was missing Bristol as I was at Watkins Glen International during that race, and once again, there was a little bit of a technical issue, but we are back, and we are more than excited to present the remainder of this season to you. Races 9 and 10 will be coming your way shortly. It's going to be an incredibly exciting remainder of the season to watch, and we are watching all of these drivers who have decided to come down tonight. Unfortunately, a little shorter field than what we are generally used to. I believe it is now an 8-car roster on the grid. Expected to be on the grid as we are still going through our static shots for tonight. And I got to thank Andrew Schulte for stopping by to aid me in lieu of my computer not, unfortunately, being able to be up to the task of being the production device for this stream. Michael Overstreet, one of the drivers we've been watching all season, is looking to clinch the championship tonight. I believe mathematically he will be able to do so in this event. And Caleb Morrissey, not sure if he's in this race so far, does not look like he's in any of the voice chats. But Overstreet trying to tie the driver, the 2 machine, for the all-time wins leader in the Rush Trucks League. And we're going to be going through our static cameras as practice has concluded. We're going to be trying to go into qualifying right now. It is go time in Madison, Illinois for all these drivers looking to get it done on the front row. Who is going to grab that coveted pole position in this event? We're just going to have to wait and see in due time because it's almost time to get to the racing. We're going to try to focus on the driver right now, get the camera set up. Hopefully, we're going to be able to do that in this qualifying session as we are at WorldWide Technology Racing for the Rush Racing Truck Series. 4 minutes remaining before we hit the grid, and there is one driver. That is the Shane Wheeldon machine, the 98 car. We have now I believe 10-car field, including Brian Tarnowski, Joseph Picciarello, Caleb Morrissey, Keith Hanlon, Michael Overstreet, Shane Wheeldon, Shay Derriman, Tanner Speakman, and William Kelly. That is your field for tonight's event as far as we are aware. And this is a 1-mile track, Gateway International, or rather, WorldWide Technology is. Gateway was its name, but thanks to sponsorship from WorldWide Technology, that is no longer the case. Coming down for his first lap, it's the 98 machine of Shane Wheeldon. Let's see what the driver of the 98 can do in that Hardee's Ford F-150. This is the second season of this series, and it looks like right now, it is all down to the driver of the 39 for the championship. But Wheeldon has been putting in some impressive results. He has 1 win on the season, and it came at Talladega, a very close one with Michael Overstreet and Caleb Morrissey. Now we have a total of 5 winners in the season. Joshua Gathright, Larry Fairman, Shane Wheeldon, Michael Overstreet, and Caleb Morrissey. An incredible group of drivers so far. Coming around for the first lap, we're going to get the ticker wide open now because the 98 machine has just made his first lap. He does it in pretty good fashion. That's going to put him top of the charts right now. Speakman in second, and Joseph Picciarello is in the 3rd position. Looks like the tickers are going to go away for just a short moment. Now we're going to get the extended ticker so we can see the entirety of the grid without focusing on just the top 3. Shane Wheeldon in 1st position, and now we got Tanner Speakman up top. Picciarello now in 3rd position. And it's going to be the Shay Derriman machine in 4th, with Michael Overstreet not ready to take his lap. And how about that? The William Kelly machine up next. Brian Tarnowski, Keith Hanlon, and Caleb Morrissey not setting times at the moment. Hey, concurrent viewers watching right now, we hope you enjoyed this presentation. We are just getting started. 2 minutes and 38 seconds according to the timing and scoring charts. And it's going to be Wheeldon backing it down. And according to Sean Derriman, Gathright did not win a race. Our timing and scoring on iRacing, though, says otherwise. And we're not aware what that is from, but it does say that. And it seems that that may have been due to a messed up session involving Las Vegas. So it would only be Morrissey and Wheeldon alongside the Overstreet machine who have won races. How about that? Apologies for the little bit of a interruption there, and we are working on something that looks like behind the scenes. That is why your screen appears to be moving. And we are going to be looking for another driver shortly. Apologies for what's going on at the moment. We are still working on the technical conditions of this stream, and we'll be looking to see who grabs that coveted pole position, because it looks like it may just be Tanner Speakman, and it may just be Shane Wielden. iRacing is incorrect on the matter. We apologize for that. We're going to be getting to the racing very, very soon. It is almost time for this event to begin. The Worldwide 120. Your leader on the charts, it is the Shane Wheeler machine with Justin Picciarello in the 5th position there. Caleb Morrissey has yet to set a time. The Sim Racer Hub is the place where the statistics for the season are accurately kept, and it's Caleb Morrissey and Michael Overstreet who have a pole percentage of 33 and 37% respectively. Incredibly impressive there. And we are looking for the point standings right now, because it looks like these two are at the top. Caleb Morrissey has missed 2 races this season, but already has 4 wins, as opposed to Michael Overstreet's 3 in 8 starts. So that is quite the difference, but the points do seem to be in the driver, the 39's favor. We will be seeing the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation machine back on the racetrack tonight, and it's going to be incredible to see all these incredibly competitive drivers doing battle with 26 seconds remaining on the chart. Shane Wielden is your provisional pole sitter, and it looks like he may just be your pole sitter at the end of the day. Picciarello in 5th position. Overstreet not setting a time. William Kelly not setting a time. Caleb Morrissey not setting a time either. Leading the number 98 machine is 7 seconds remaining. Your pole sitter for tonight, it's the 98 machine. Shane Wielden for Hurricane Esports is going to lead the field in Gateway. Checkered flag is out for the qualifying session. We are going to bring in the 98 machine right now. Ask him what his thoughts are, because it looks like coming off the bat of a few good races, Shane Wielden, pole position. How you feeling?
Feeling pretty good, thanks.
That's great to hear.
Surprised.
Absolutely able to get it done on that run. And how is your strategy looking for this event?
Well, 1 and 2's narrow. People's going to overdrive it. I'm just hoping to outlast them, be there at the end.
Absolutely. Looking to be there at the end. Now, Gateway, it is a shorter track than some of the tracks we have been to this season. 95 laps. How much do you think tires are going to play into the equation?
Oh, it's going to play a lot. You're going to have a lot of tire wear. You're going to have to manage your tires. You're going to have to don't overdrive the corners, and the tires will be there at the end.
Absolutely. It is all about being there in the end. As you had stated beforehand, it looks like you're going to get to the action shortly, so we're going to let you go, and we hope to see a good race on your end. Thank you for your time.
Hey, thank you.
And a 98 machine of Shane Wielden has left the voice chat right now, working down the backstretch. This is going to be a 2-lap pacing period. As far as we are aware, it looks like that is going to be the case. As you can see, the pace lights are on, and they are 3 wide. Now, this is something mentioned beforehand by the drivers. It looks like they are working on the 3 wide salute. Sean Derriman had asked me about this beforehand. Recently, a friend of his had unfortunately passed away, expected to graduate high school this year, and we hope to honor his memory tonight at Gateways. It looks like for a short moment they were going to go 3 wide, and we hope that his family is able to heal from what has been lost. And we genuinely do hope that this will be a race that pays tribute to him, as we look to be going 3 wide, extending this caution. Shane Wielden in the middle there. A very unfortunate loss for the Rush Racing Trucks family, and we very sorry about what has occurred, and hope to honor his memory tonight. We're going to have a short moment of silence before we get to this event. It looks like the pace car has dived in for this event, and we will be seeing a 3-wide start. Green for the first time at Gateway, and whoa, we got a big drop off there, and it's going to be Shane Wheeldon and Tanner Speakman leading the way through the first turn. Not sure what happened on that start. Looks like quite a mess, unfortunately, and the racers are on their way. Caution is back out. So we have gotten our technical first laps of the night. Not sure what has occurred there. The caution was not extended any further, but our 3-wide salute has concluded. And we will be getting to the action shortly. We thank you all for stopping by to honor the memory of someone we have lost in the Rush Racing family. And we sincerely do hope that this race is able to honor the memory. Shane Wheeldon, your leader right now. Tanner Speakman on the outside. He's in second. Keith Hanlon is in third. And it looks like Caleb Morrissey's already dived up into the 4th position all the way from the back of the field. William Kelly now in the last position of 9th as we continue the pace around this event. Pace car is back in very short caution period, and this is going to be the one that is for real. Double file start, and this is our first restart of the night. It's going to be the 98 machine of Shane Wheeldon leading the way at Gateway. Here we go. 98 machine already on the charge. The Tanner Speakman machine there on the outside. We saw him briefly get the lead. Not going to happen for long, though, this time by Tanner Speakman trying to make a charge on the inside line. No dice so far. Morrissey, is he going to shoot a 3-wide? Not yet. He's going to be pushing the 31 machine all the way. It looks like we might be able to go 3-wide just for a moment. No, it's going to be Speakman taking the lead over the Caleb Morrissey machine. And how about that? Tanner Speakman in a 3-car joust right now. What can Caleb Morrissey do? He's on the back bumper of every single one of these drivers. It's an incredible battle to watch so far, and we have just gotten started. Wheeldon there on the outside. He's still fighting hard. Caleb Morrissey seems to only have the pace to keep up with him. He's not cruising on through, as it looks like right now the Hardy's 98 machine pushing to the limit. Backing it down to the 3rd turn of the racetrack. You can see just behind there is Caleb Morrissey, but Shane Wheeldon in the Hurricane eSport machine, showing that his qualifying pace was no fluke. Just past the 5-hour energy walls. Look at that 98 machine go. Overstreet now in last position. An uncharacteristic run as Morrissey's going to dive to the inside line. There Shane Wheeldon goes on the higher lane, using quite a grip strip indeed. And the 98 machine of Wheeldon is still on his way. Morrissey going to dive to the inside line. Nothing's going to come of it right now. Tanner Speakman still hunting him down. Side by side for lead. Morrissey's going to go for it. What can Shane Wheeldon do? Can he get a charge on the high side to keep him in the battle? Coming down this time by once again. Nothing. He's going to have to swoop in just behind our new leader, Caleb Morrissey. And nothing we do so far but watch as these 3 incredible drivers are fighting as hard as they can up front. It's been a great battle, and we are just getting started. Concur viewers watching right now, we appreciate the support. Lap 4 of 95. This event is going to go much longer than this, but the battle has only begun for every single one of these drivers who is involved. We hope to see that every single one of them continue to be involved. Shane Wheeldon dropping back hard. It's a battle for second as Morrissey has his clean air and is able to run away. Overstreet now in the 8th position. And it looks like not able to make much of it so far. Going to have to wait on a caution. And I'm not sure that we're going to have any incident tonight because everyone is so spread out. We're going to see whether or not we have a stage break. It does not look like that is going to be expected. Oh no! Lap 35, we will have our first stage break of the night. It's going to be a 2-stage event. And this is the battle for second right now. It is Shane Wheeldon, and Tanner Speakman is just behind that 31 machine, doing as well as he possibly can. He's hunting down a 2nd place spot. The battle for the podium, it rages on. Keith Hanlon in the 88 machine just behind. These guys are not done yet. The fight continues. The Ford F-150 machine there on the higher side of the racetrack, still fighting hard as ever to keep that position. Speakman on the inside line, now going to go to the outside, now back again to the inside, but nothing. Can he get it on the inside this time by the Live Light Productions machine? Not in frame. But when he is in frame, he's almost side by side. Not going to clear him that time by. The run on the high side prevails. The 98 machine still has the prevailing momentum. As stated beforehand, Caleb Morrissey, your leader far and away. It's a single car train otherwise, but these guys are awfully close. It's Speakman and Wheeldon providing the best show on the racetrack. If you enjoy the action, be sure to like and subscribe. It's always thoroughly appreciated on the Fireball Talks NASCAR YouTube channel. Every bit of feedback and support is always loved to be seen. Comments, likes, subscriptions, notifications, everything is worth the while when you're streaming with us. That's how we feel about it, and that's how we hope think you feel about it. Wheeldon right now in the second position, still hunting hard, with Tanner Speakman in the third position, still just there. It's a separation now between 4 or 5 car lengths, and you can see that Wheeldon is running quite the different line. He is in between 2 grip strips that are running him right through like a slot car. The 98 machine right there. What can you do? Quarter panel. Now he's going to get side by side. They are side by side going to 3 once again. Nothing's going to come of it so far. 31 machine gets a good entry, but he's going to get it on the exit. We're going to find out coming down to the stripe again. Looks like Wheeldon's going to be able to power on through one more time. Keith Hanlon's getting into the middle of this. You can see just behind them, that is the Joseph Picciarello machine in the 5th spot. It looks like this battle for second is only going to keep increasing as it stands. We've got 4 cars looking for one spot. They're getting faster and faster. And don't count out the Michael Overstreet machine, who is going for it on his own. His teammates have not shown up tonight. Patrick Coro has not. Brian Tarnowski, however, he has. And he is still looking to get yet another victory, trying to get his 4th on the season. Whether or not he's able to do so, it all comes down to whether or not he can make these moves right now and make them efficiently. Only 25 odd laps until we get back into the swing of things with a caution. It's going to be our first and only stage break of the night. Right now, I'm trying to break away. It is the Shane Wheeldon machine, the 98, as Caleb Morrissey already clear by 3.5 seconds, and he is still gaining as we speak. 31 machine right down to the bumper of that 98 truck. Nothing's going to come of it so far. Blazing on by the 5-hour energy machine. Lawless. And look at that, 98 still there in the front of your screen. Now front and center, it's a Tanner Speakman truck. And it's a Chevy on Ford affair. But it looks like way high right there, Shane Wheeldon is. He's not going to lose all too much. Keeps the position. Going to get a monster run on the high side, but definitely, unless that was planned, not what he wanted. Did not look like the thing that he wanted to do right there with that 98 Hardee's truck. But he's still keeping the position, ripping the high line, as we say in the motorsport world. And he definitely made it work. He still has the spot. Tanner Speakman in the 2nd spot, however, not able to make much of it because Keith Hanlon in the TK Paints truck working with Hurricane Esports tonight. It is an alliance. They are all hounding this 31 truck right now, and it looks like the more and more Tanner Speakman gets held up by the defending Shane Wheeldon, Keith Hanlon is just able to make more and more moves, and it looks like more and more impressive each time by. That 98 machine is. 31 machine can't hang on, as these 3 are certainly moving away from the remainder of the pack. Picciarello in the 93 machine and Overstreet in the 39. They're both just in frame, but it's the 98, 31, and the 88 that are definitely leading this battle. Lap 13 of 95 right now, an incredibly clean battle at that, as the 98 working the higher lane of the track. Looks like everyone's going to go to the grip strip right now. It looks like Keith Hanlon's going to find some early advantage, getting a monster run there on the driver of the 31, Tanner Speakman. And how about we go on board with the driver of the 88 machine, see what he is seeing, because he's definitely in the mix. Although it did not appear to be by much at the beginning, he's definitely clawed down by several seconds. Brian Tarnowski now 15 seconds down on the leader. Not good. That's going to put him a lap down at the pace that he is going. And now to the inside. Oh, he's going to punt him right there for just a quick moment. And Tanner Speakman on his way once again, as Shane Wheeldon, the driver he's still trying to gain on, has some pressure. Not just for himself, but Keith Hanlon's going to drop to the inside line. And down the backstretch, looks like Joseph Picciarello going to be able to make a move at this pace. And it's back again, Speakman and Wheeldon. As it looks like Hanlon falling back far too much right now, unless that clean air does help him chase it back up. Shades of David Malukas, as we saw the Indycar drivers taking on the ovals very, very recently, just now, or rather, just in this month, at Gateway. An incredible performance from him clawing through, but clean air was the factor that led him to get his first podium position finish, and that is the factor that Shane Wheeldon is looking to use to get yet another. The train is bunching up, and Keith Hanlon falling back does not seem to have affected the performance in his car. He's wheeling it the best he's had all season. It looks like the TK Paints machine looking great in the bright green and black combination. The 88 machine continues to push on. 98 machine of Keith Hanlon's rival in this event, Shane Wheeldon, however, still pushing harder and harder. As you can see, the 88 truck has already moved back up. He's found something new, a new trick on his sleeve, going all the way up to the high line shades of Wheeldon. Will he be able to put the pressure back on Tanner Speakman? We will see. The cystic fibrosis machine of Michael Overstreet is now in the top 5 and looks to make quick use of every driver just in front of him. Perhaps get yet another victory. Looking for his 4th, while Caleb Morrissey, the leader, is looking for his 5th. Looking at the shot of the grandstands every single time we pass by the front straightaway, and it's an incredible sight to see. The stands are packed for tonight's event. We hope the virtual stands are enjoying this as much as the sort of physical ones are as well. Shane Wheeldon just in front of the driver, still putting some pressure on him. Look at that 98 machine go as the 31 is still hounding him. Keith Hanlon looks to be the fastest of them all. He's going to go to the high side. Big time lunge there by the 31. Is it going to pay off? Looks like it will not. Wheeldon runs the high line all the way, and Keith Hanlon gonna follow him. This might be the moment that loses it all for the 31 machine, unless he uses that side draft to his advantage. Down to the inside, Tanner Speakman will go, and Keith Hanlon not too far behind. That blaze by the turn 2 wall down to the back straightaway. Look at Michael Overstreet getting quicker and quicker each time by. Brian Tarnowski 4 laps down. That's a developing story. We will see whether or not he's out of this event. As you can see right now, it is a 3-car battle in the midst of it, trying to go for the podium positions while Caleb Morrissey has checked out. Looks like a TK Pace machine right there. That is William Kelly is fighting on the inside of Michael Overstreet, and the inside line train has gone up to the outside, and there goes Speakman once again. What's he going to be able to do on the inside line? He has no grip strip. Shane Wheeldon does have the grip strip, and he's going to use it to his advantage to get a run off the high side. Once again, they're side by side going down the back stretch. Look at that 31 machine go. TK Pates machine of the 88. He's there as well. What's he going to be able to do? Down to the inside. Looks like he's going to get through Shane Wheeldon. That Tanner Speaking machine will, while Keith Hanlon going to push it to the limit. And it looks like it's all over for the defense mechanisms of the 98. Unless he's able to make something happen right now. Look at that 88. It's wobbling big time. Shane Wheeldon still there. Side by side once again, getting a major run on the high side. These two are not done yet. Look at them go. Looks at that Hardy's machine getting closer and closer to the wall each time by. Don't count out the William Kelly truck, and don't count out Michael Overstreet either. Never count out the Overstreet machine. Panning right through Gateway. Look at this view. It's an incredible one. As you can see, all of these drivers bounced up to one another. They were very far behind one another. It was almost a 7-second deficit drivers like Michael Overstreet had to the lead pack that this was. And now they're 10 seconds behind the leader, but they're fighting like they are going for the win. The 31 and 32, they are teammates there, and they're allied with the 88 machine. And look at William Kelly. He's down there on the inside line. It looks like Michael Overstreet bides his time as Joseph Picciarello is still in frame. This battle is getting better and better. Shea Derriman appears to be out of it right now. Brian Tarnowski 7 laps down. It's 4 cars within a blanket, but it looks like Tanner Speakman falling back hard as Michael Overstreet is still holding on. And you can see the 31 machine up to second at one point, all the way down now into the 5th position. It looks like not able to do much about it so far as William Kelly is up to 4th. And it looks like now we got a battle for the 2nd position. It's Keith Hanlon going for it right now. They're side by side for the runner-up spot. And look at him go. The 88 machine, bright green. Can he get it done? Looks like he is clear this time by. And Keith Hanlon looking for the drive of his sim racing career. That 88 machine's going to make it in perfect stride. How about that? Keith Hanlon on his way. Lap 23 of 95 there, making a good round of it, and he is through on the battle for the runner-up spot. As you can see, that Shane Wheeldon there in 3rd, now fighting William Kelly. It looks like Toronto going to join the broadcast booth very, very shortly. As you can see, the battle for third now heating up. Keith Hanlon still in second. He is now far and away ahead of the driver of the 98 machine. The remainder of the field fanning out once again. Hanlon appears to have the raw pace that most of these drivers do not. Maybe he's going to be able to make a charge on Caleb Morrissey, but it does not look like that is going to be possible. We're going to send it back just a car to see the William Kelly and driver of the 32 machine, William Kelly and Shane Wheeldon, go back at it as they're the closest two cars on the racetrack right now. We have been joined by the driver of the 95 in the Paintbrush Truck Series. Now entering the broadcast booth is Throttle, and you're watching a great battle right now. How do you see these two drivers holding on to the stage break?
Well, holding on to the stage break, it's a different meaning when it comes to short track racing. We're here in Louisville at Gateway, or WorldWide Technology Raceway. The 98 now holding off what seems to be, I think, the 32 going on the high side. That's not something you usually see on these short tracks. But I think in order to save tire, you have to really run the low line and really conserve. But I don't think these guys are worried about tires as we head to the stage break.
Absolutely. We only have just about 10 laps right now. It looks like the Caleb Morrissey machine going to get to the 10 lap to go marker for our stage break just now. As Shane Wheeldon and the William Kelly machine still fighting hard. This is the battle for extra stage points. The top 5 in the field are going to be given an end of line penalty as a sort of knockback for being so good during this early stint. It's going to be a 60 lap or less than 60 lap dash when we get back at it following this stage break, and William Kelly fighting very, very hard to make something happen. The Hurricane Esports TK Racing Alliance making a great run so far. They are in second, they are in third, and now they're in fourth. And they're putting an impressive race together as an organization. And hopefully we'll see seeing more of this out of the organization, as they have 4 of the top 5 drivers right now, and they're holding position. Only one driver, an independent in this event, and that is the leader of Caleb Morrissey, while the Hardy's machine hangs on to the final spot on the podium. Keith Hanlon, he has checked out as well. You don't even see him in frame there. Tarnowski, 13 laps down. However, it's the driver of the 2 machine who is now 10 seconds above Keith Hanlon, and Keith Hanlon 2 seconds above the 3rd place machine of Shane Wheeldon. MDLXL has come into the chat, dropping the epic face, and we love to see the support on the channel, and I assume this is part of the guys who are always supporting Caleb Morrissey on these live streams. Morrissey always doing a great job as a driver. So we'd love to see all these drivers getting some fan base, getting some support. As, whoa, big wiggle there. That's William Kelly. He's going to save it. We're going to have to watch him right now as he's battling now the driver of the 32 machine, sending the cameras back to the driver of the 32 machine. We got to see that right now. It looks like, whoa, William Kelly's losing big position. We got to focus on him right now. Check what's going on, because that's a major, major mistake by the driver of the 31 machine. Trying to get to it. We're still focusing on Shane Wheeldon. Not sure what's going on. Trying to send the cameras back there. We're going to try to see what happened to William Kelly. 32 machine there. We got to focus on that. No caution in the racetrack. Get to the 32 machine. And you can see he is there right now, still hanging on. Michael Overstreet just behind. And Sean Derriman dropping the loading emoji right there. And unfortunately, just a little bit of a delay, but we are still watching. And look at that. Big save. Fighting Michael Overstreet. We're going to send it down to the live version of this event. They are still battling for position right now. And the 32 machine just in front of Overstreet. Overstreet not in dominating fashion tonight, it appears. However, still making a good round of it right now in that 39 machine, hanging on to, I believe, the 5th position right now, although it could be down to the 6th, and it looks like that is unfortunately the case for the driver of the 39 machine. Might just be waiting for the stage break to conclude to turn the jets on and get another great race in for the Oversteer Motorsports campaign. Look at that 32 machine going back at it. As it looks like right now, everyone is fanned out. Lap 31 of 35. No battle on the racetrack. Active, to say the least. And we are still watching as the driver of the 32 machine makes the rounds. The 39 machine of Michael Overstreet is there as well, and we continue to wait for him to make his move, although it does not look like he's going to be able to. We're watching on board with the driver of the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation machinery. And nothing so far. Everyone has spaced out by a wide margin, although it looks like the William Kelly and Shea Derriman machines might just be closer to one another than it appears on the timing and scoring. And how about that? These two looking to be the closest battle on the racetrack, just in front. Condition advantage, rather track position advantage. The condition of the track continues to change. And the 39 machine watching the battle just in front of him. We're going to try to send the onboard camera just one car up front, because it looks like right now William Kelly fighting hard with the Shea Derriman machine. We're going to see whether or not that is the case. Although that does appear to be Tanner Speakman. Shea Derriman locked up in his own battle as well. But this is the battle right now between Tanner Speakman and William Kelly. And look at him go. That 31 machine now in the fray. This is almost to the final segment of the first stage. Lap 33 of 35 before we get to our second stage of the night. And look at him go down to the inside once again. They're fighting very, very hard. This is for fourth. And look at this, the battle intensifying. The 31 machine, the Live Light Productions truck, diving down to the inside line. This is the lunge of a lifetime for William Kelly. Is going to be able to make it happen on his teammate. Looks like he is not clear, but he incredible run by the driver of the 2 machine there. Very good one at that. How about it? And it looks like we have a sound error when it comes to our streaming, and we're going to try to make sure that the sound is fixed right now. No, because you what's it called? You messed up the sound. Oh, never mind. We are back. Apologies, talking to our technical director there, and it looks like we are going to go back at it once again. And it looks like we are going to have a commercial break to fix the issue that is going on.
This segment is brought to you by the FTN Broadcasting Association and Network. With all intents and purposes, this broadcast couldn't be here without viewers like you. Your most common presenters are Alexander Valderas and David Kreutz, with TV production being handled by Andrew Schulte. For the foreseeable future, the broadcast that you can be sure not to miss on the Thursdays being the OSRL Short Track Showdown, and be sure not to miss out on next week because that's the IORA season finale. Then on Saturdays, we have the IORA Indycar Series with Chase Schaffer coming off of a win. Could he pull the double next weekend? And finally, with a new presentation on Sundays, the Rush Truck League. The times for the broadcast previously mentioned will be on your screen now. Be sure to stick around for those further this week. Thus, this segment is concluded and we'll return.
And we are back from our commercial break, and the pit road cycle on its way. Keith Hanlon going to get the victory on pit road, followed by Shane Wheeldon. Michael Overstreet going to be beaten out by Tanner Speakman, William Kelly, Shea Derriman, and looks like in the back of the pit road pack, it is Caleb Morrissey, as our sound issue has been fixed, and we apologize for the quick delay there. The caution is still underway, and Keith Hanlon is your current race leader. First stage has ended, and we are now on to our second. And coming second in the stage, not able to be able to work with the driver of the 2 machine for an interview. But Keith Hanlon, how you feeling? It looks like you're going to be sent to the end of the line.
Pretty good. I was patient with Tanner and Shane, and then was making up some ground, but it was too late.
Absolutely. When you were through that battle for the second position, you absolutely checked out. How are you feeling for the second run of this event?
I'm not sure. I mean, I think if I'm by myself or in the clear, I'm reasonably fast. So we'll see if we got anything for Morrissey or not.
Absolutely. Now, tires, I would presume that they have played a factor in the first 35 lap run that we saw. Are there any noticeable differences following that first stint, and do you expect to see tire changes during this next run?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have to pit at least one more time. My right front was pretty much toast.
Well, how about that? A destroyed right front machinery there on the tires of the 88 machine, and we will be seeing potentially some tire changes in this longer stint of the event. Keith Hanlon, the 88 machine, gets second position in the first stage, looking for more in the second. We thank you for your time. And how about the Hurricane Esports machines? They seem to be dominating this race with the exception of the race lead in third during our first stage. It's the Shane Wheeldon machine, the 98. How are you feeling for the remainder of this event? Apologies, we will be going to green, and we will not be interviewing the 98 machine. And there we go, once again, led by Michael Overstreet. Now we are green from Gateway once again. Michael Overstreet far and away in front right now. You could see going through the panoramic of the rear end. He is checked out from the remainder of the field right now, trying to gain a gap, as this might be his only chance to beat the driver of the 2 machine, Caleb Morrissey, who seems to be in the back of the pack all the way now. Overstreet has checked out by a second this lap. Shea Derriman in second as the battle for second continues to intensify. It is lap 39 of 95. That battle for second is heating up. How we get some feed on that battle because it's getting more and more close each time that we look at it. Can we get the cameras there? That is our goal. As you can see in the rear view, Keith Hanlon already shoots up to second. He's making moves. Maybe this will be the first win for the Hanlon machine as he's gone from the back of the pack all the way up to second. And we may say an uncharacteristic race for the driver, the 88, but it's impressive nonetheless. He's going to be now making time on Michael Overstreet. It appears it is time for the 88 to show what he is made of, as Caleb Morrissey still mired in the mid-pack. Hanlon 1.3 seconds behind the driver of the 39 machine, Overstreet. And he is making a good round of it so far in the cystic fibrosis machine, but the T-Gay Paints truck has checked out as well, and it looks like the driver, the 2, Caleb Morrissey, has made it through. We're going to be seeing a lot of drivers going very quick to the leading point. Very, very fast. Derriman going to get a brush with the roll there as Caleb Morrissey gets on through. Derriman now to the high side, Wheeldon to the inside. They are still fighting for more. Look at that, Morrissey still fighting. It looks like he is in the third position now, trying to catch up to Keith Hanlon as Hanlon tries to make some ground on Overstreet. Watching the chopper cam for just a short moment. This battle is still going. This is for fourth between Wheeler, Derriman, and Speakman. And it's an incredible battle to watch right now because it looks like the driver, the 2 machine, checked out, but not by much. Wheeldon going to get it for now. Speakman's going to go down to the inside line. It is a repeat of the battle that we saw during the first stage. Rubbed up. Shane Wheeldon goes to the high side right there. Not going to be able to do much of it as Tanner Speakman gets through, but a slightly dirty move there. Whether or not that was netcode, we will find out, as it looks like the 31 and 98 both make contact with one another. And this is lap 43 of the 95 lap event. Shane Wheeldon can't be happy about that. Drivers jetting on by the backstretch camera, as you can see right there, the 98 machine still with Tanner Speakman as Caleb Morrissey. Keith Hanlon kill time trying to get back up to the driver of the 39 machine. Killing time, it is the goal. Let's look at this. Shane Wheeldon is going to put the bumper to the 31 machine, and that is a sign of definite frustration, and I would say rightfully so. As you can see, there was some contact between both of them. Not sure whether or not either of them think they were at fault, but it looks like the tempers are flaring up immediately. It's now going to be the driver, the 88, a half a second away from our race leader. The battle for the lead will be flaring up as well. Apologies, in just a few laps time. Look at that. The 31 machine now passed by Wheeldon. The contact will not stop him. And the 31 machine still fights hard. Shea Derriman in the mix right now after a conservative first stage, looking to get it done in the second. Diving down to the inside line, Shane Wheeldon, not known to do that, but Tanner Speakman is. He's going to chase the driver of the 98 all the way up. 31 Machine will. As it looks like the battle for the lead is getting closer and closer. We're going to turn our attention to the 88 machine because it looks like the battle for the lead is now within 0.3 of a second. Looks like Jeremy Ratliff has joined the Hurricane Esports voice chat, perhaps to provide some guidance to Keith Hanlon, who's making a charge against the all-powerful Michael Overstreet, the well-known dominator of this series, and he's looking to keep on going. As look at the time he has gained. He's gained a second in 10 laps. Incredible, given the fact that he does not have clean air, but it shows the raw pace of the driver. The 88 in the night is on the top of the charts. And the 88 machine of Hanlon making a great run of it. It is an uncharacteristic run, as we had stated beforehand, but an incredible one at that, looking to get his first win of the season. Keith Hanlon is, as it looks like the top two dominators of this series are sandwiching him one by one, and they're all faster than one another in a sort of leapfrogish way, because it's the 39 slower than the 88, while the 88 appears to be slightly slower than the two machine. But this battle for the lead is just heating up right now. We have 11 concurrent viewers watching. We thank you all for the support greatly. It is incredible to watch this battle, and if you do enjoy the action, be sure to drop a like. It is free and just about a second's worth of effort. Looks like the 88 machine not able to make much of it so far, but the 39 of Overstreet is in front by only 2 or 3 car lengths. But look at this, it's going to be Caleb Morrissey going to the inside. Can he get it done this time by? He's got some scuffs on the right side. Now, looks like not going to be able to make it happen. But he is side by side. We might see the clear happen within a lap's time. And the battle for second, it's still underway. What are they going to do about it? Nothing so far. Side by side. Clears them. Caleb Morrissey's going to get it so far. Looks like it's going to be a classic Morrissey and Overstreet battle. We haven't seen the likes of which in quite some time. Hopefully, this generates one of the greatest battles that we've seen in all of the season. Race 9, the championship. It is unfortunately all but decided for the driver of the two machine, Michael Overstreet. Shane Wheeldon second in points, but only by 76. If Caleb Morrissey can keep maxing out the championship charts, he will be able to get that second position spot, because Michael Overstreet holds a 348-point lead in the championship standings. Not enough to be surmounted tonight, but it looks like the 88 machine going to put on a fight to remember, while the 2 machine does the bidding for now. Looks like Keith Hanlon going to have to drop back and watch as the driver of the 2 machine takes the charge from here. It's Overstreet, then it's going to be Morrissey, then it's Hanlon, then Wheeldon, then Speakman in your fastest 5. Michael Overstreet, you can see him there still leading the way. What can Caleb Morrissey do about it? It is a Chevy lockout on the podium, if you don't count the Toyota Tundra, that is, as that Toyota is leading the way in the 39. Just behind this leading pack is nobody until we see the Ford F-150 now of Shane Wheeldon. And look at that little squirrely off the back straightaway there. That was the driver of the 2 machine there. And how about that? The 98 machine and putting a good run in. But he is still in his own world. Rips the high line, trying to get back up to Keith Hanlon. We may see a battle for third soon, but the battle for the lead, it is intensifying. It looks like everyone has slowly but surely stalled out to their own pace. Lap 51.95. Maybe this is the time to see some drivers checking out of push mode and going to save their tire.
Well, as we get rolling here, WorldWide Technology Raceway, the 2 trying to catch the 39 of Michael Overstreet, the 2 title protagonists going at it again at the front of the field here, the WWT Raceway. The 2 of Caleb Morrissey, sorry. Caleb Morrissey now sits behind the 39 of Overstreet, so the title might all be decided here for the 2 truck, but as they race under the lights here in St. Louis, there is the battle for the win. Still 52 out of 95 laps remaining. The 39 now trying to make it through, trying to get a win here tonight. But the 2 for the title contender, the title winner, hopefully by the end of this tonight, will have to run him down and try and pass him somewhere out on the racetrack. But don't count out the 88 of Hanlon just yet. As he rides in behind, there's a safe enough gap to where if they wreck in front of him, he has enough chance to clear it. But as they're all spreading out, they're all saving tire and going at their own paces that they'd like to go. As we head down the backstretch once again, 53 out of 95. The 88 is now chilling behind the two cars in front, kind of rolling it back, kind of saving his stuff, seeing if he can make a pounce here coming to the midway point of this race.
To the midway point, you are right about that. We are actually past the midway point now, lap 54 of 95, and we've seen an incredible, almost fully green flag event so far. We've only had 2 cautions. One was the start of this event following the 3-wide salute, and it looks like Keith Hanlon has some damage to the truck right there. Coming off of turn number 2, looks like that 88 machine's gonna have to drop back ever so slightly, getting a nick on that truck. Looks like he is out of the battle for the lead. He put in an incredible fight, but it looks like it's gonna be all for naught. Whether or not we have a caution, that remains to be seen, but that car is definitely damaged, as it looks like Caleb Morrissey not able to do much so far. A Michael Overstreet 39 machine does not have damage, while the 2 and 88 appear to have damage, but Morrissey still fighting tooth and nail for the record-setting 5th win of the season. If Overstreet can get the victory now, he still has a chance to become the all-time wins leader by the season's end. If Morrissey wins it, he locks it up for at least the remainder of the season. Only 2 more races, including this one. We'll have our season finale at Kansas next weekend, and it's going to be, of course, deciding the remainder of the point standings, as Michael Overstreet, barring him being disqualified from the series entirely, will be your points champion for the first season of the Rush Trucks League. And he's put an incredible season down, but Caleb Morrissey, arguably, if he was able to make every single race, would be able to challenge him for that throne. They've been incredibly even drivers this entire season, whether or not you see them at a super speedway, a short track, a 1.5 miles, or at a special type of track like the 1 miler we see here at Gateway. It's been an incredible season watching the 2 of these drivers go tooth and nail at it. Caleb Morrissey still fighting as hard as he can to get yet another victory, his perhaps 5th in this series.
And as we get rolling again, lap 57 out of 95. The top 3 still remain, the 39 over the 2 and the 88. Let's take a look here at the 2 car with a damage to the right front. Now that might slow him down on the straightaways, with it being a 1 mile track. I don't think it means that much. But as we keep rolling on and keep going through and turning down laps and laps, it looks like the 2 car is still holding his own, holding his pace down into 2nd place. So as we keep rolling, the 2 still has a chance, but that right front damage may slow him down. But overall, I think he's pretty good.
Absolutely. Caleb Morrissey, we've seen him put some great performances on with damage. We've seen Michael Overstreet do the same. These guys are not deterred by the damage on the race cars, but whoa! Morrissey puts it in the wall again. Looks like Caleb Morrissey is going to continue to lose some slight position there, and Keith Hanlon looks to maybe make it back up to 2nd. Not sure what's going on with the driver of the 2 machine, because certainly things are falling apart there, slowly, surely. The driver of the 2 definitely getting some damage more and more to that number 2 truck. The Chevy accessories machine getting some accessories in terms of damage, as Keith Hanlon continues to try to run him down. Looks like the 88 machine has figured out the solution to his woes early on in the run, and he's still in frame, looking to make a charge one last time for the remainder of this event, the Worldwide 120. We're still looking to see whether or not he can get it done tonight, because he is in frame, but not by much.
As we still roll on, the 2 car who had gotten to the wall earlier, who I had mentioned had some right front damage, still rolling on, but that right front, maybe the toe is a bit knocked out. You know, it's harder to turn the car into the corner, get it rolling down there on the middle groove of which he seems to run. Yeah, you can see there at the right front, that bumper is now bent in. You can see there that the hanging over the what's it called, the fender is starting to be buckled in a little bit, but I think overall his truck may be just fine. As we still roll on here, was almost coming to 61 out of 95 laps here at WorldWide Technology Raceway under the lights. We still keep it rolling. The 2 car who had gotten damage on the right front still rolling around in 2nd place. Your title contender. The title contenders are at the top of the field right now, the 39 and 2 going at it once again. But the 2 who has a bit of right front damage may be slower on pace due to the damage on the right front fender and possible right front suspension. But as you can see, there are different drivers running their different lines of 31, nearly running the wall, and then going for a really, really late apex, now coming down the front straightaway once again. The two trying to do everything he can to catch up to the 39 and go for another win on top of this season. But right now, out front of Gateway is the 39 of Overstreet.
And Overstreet making a much better run than his teammate, who is last 48 laps down. Brian Tarnowski is, but it looks like he is not in the voice chat anymore. We saw him in it beforehand, but it looks like Tarnowski's day is done no matter what. Overstreet in the oversteer motorsports machine, dominating the remainder of this event. It looks like the first stage just laying back. A surprising first stage, of course, but nonetheless puts an incredible performance down in the second. Looks like that's the style for Michael Overstreet, as we saw him lay back at Talladega and make an incredible run there. And we saw, as course, every single race beforehand, he was up there dominating or getting up front before an incident. But Michael Overstreet looking for that fourth victory on the season to make it yet another tie for the all-time win list in the Rush Trucks League. An incredible supporting performance by Caleb Morrissey in the second position right now, putting on a great show. We saw him up front, checked out beforehand, but it looks like damage accrued from racing it as hard as he could. Puts him down into third now. Keith Hanlon's going to go. Caleb Morrissey's in the pits. We're going to try to get our cameras on that right now. Look at him go. Looks like Caleb Morrissey comes down for service early. Tanner Speakman is in as well. Pit cycle has begun. Lap 64 of 95.
Yeah, right, you are. The two car now coming into pit lane to service. You can see there's a damage on the right rear. I didn't see that earlier. Fast repair is taken. Truck is completely repaired. He can go back out on the track and is a brand new truck, taking right side tires, taking all four. And here comes the 39 of Overstreet now in the pits. So they're going to be in the pit lane at the same time, but it all depends on whether or not the two can have a good run out of pit lane and a good outlap to try and push away and try and get a gain a gap on the 39. If the 39 has a slow stop, that will cost him possibly the position or the win. But we'll see what happens here as he pulls into his pit stall. The 39 comes to a good stop, doesn't overshoot his box, taking right side tires. And I think he's going to take 4 as well, or a possible gamble on 2. You can see that the flames coming out of the exhaust. 4 tires are being taken by the 39. A 14.6 second pit stop. So good pit stop there for the 39. Don't know if he took fuel. I think it was only tires. As it comes out, the 2 now leads as he takes over the position from the 39. So a bit of a slower pit stop, and the 2 succeeds with the undercut. Now come out of pit lane does the 39. The 88 now just behind.
Now, interesting to note, you see Keith Hanlon is going in, and we only saw just about a 25 odd lap run on fuel. That is not going to get Caleb Morrissey to the finish. It's not going to get Michael Overstreet to the finish either. We went from lap 35 to lap 66 at the very, very most. And that would barely get these drivers to the line. I just don't think that was the only pit stop if these guys have planned it out correctly. So I do think that there might be a different strategy when it comes to whether or not we're going to see some mixed-in pit stops at the very end. I'm thinking that Michael Overstreet and Caleb Morrissey know things we do not know about this pit cycle, because it looks like these guys can only run for just about 27, 28 laps at the very, very most. I don't think that this battle is over, even though we can see that Caleb Morrissey is out by very, very far in front of Michael Overstreet. And Michael Overstreet is just passed by as we're watching Keith Hanlon now all the way down in the middle of the pack, as Joseph Picciarello is your leader, but your effective leader is Caleb Morrissey. And look at that, there's the Picciarello machine in the 93. He's running it up high because he's got damage as well. The gateway sort of stubble. As we know, the Darlington stripe looks like this is not a stripe, it is a circle. These guys have donuts down and down the pack, even all the way up to the second position car. Caleb Morrissey at one point, and Joseph is in. Caleb Morrissey will be taking the race lead shortly, and we're going to close our pit road box as soon as we can, as pit road cycles are almost over. Picciarello going to be last of which, and the 2 machine of Caleb Morrissey. Oh, we got Shane Wheeldon close to the wall. Caution's out. Caution is out. Shane Wheeldon involved. We're going to get an instant replay on the matter, because it looks like he just lost it and pounds the inside wall there. Oh, horrible. That is your first incident-related caution of the night. Lap 69. Picciarello coming in at the perfect time. I actually believe that's going to keep him out in the front of the race as he comes in just then and there. This might be the saving grace for the strategy of the 93 and the 39. The two perfectly timed. And these drivers are not teammates. This was not team correlated. It could not have been. That is for certain. Caleb Morrissey running on his own and no voice chat. And Michael Overstreet, no teammates out there on the racetrack tonight in the Oversteer Motorsports campaign. The 98 machine spins it out. And this is the saving grace for the strategy of the 2 machine and the 39 machine. And Michael Overstreet, do not count him out. He's still incredibly fast. And we saw that earlier run following the second stage's beginning. He was not down and out easily. Tank Car viewers right now watching as we have just seen our first incident-related caution of the night, and we hope that you've enjoyed this battle for the lead. We're going to continue to watch this battle for the lead just absolutely continue to grow. We hope that you enjoy this presentation. If you do, be sure to like and subscribe. Always appreciate it as we are under yellow. We're going to try to throw it to a crank it up shortly as the beginning of this caution has been shown on your screen, the cause of which Shane Wheeldon in 98, going to be a self-spin there. And unfortunately, we're going to have yet another yellow on the night. Been a relatively clean race. That was a single car incident nonetheless. And Caleb Morrissey does say he is in an open channel right now. We are going to get our first interview from Caleb Morrissey all season long. And we're happy to see that's going to be possible. And we're going to drag him all the way up right now to be able to make sure that we can get it from him. And it is the driver of the 2 machine leading the way right now, looking for win number 5 on the campaign. It's Caleb Morrissey. How you feeling so far?
We're feeling pretty good. I got a little distracted earlier when I was in the lead before that first stage and put myself into the wall and had a little bit of damage. Didn't want to use the fast repair on it until I absolutely had to, and that's what happened on that last green flag pit stop. But I feel pretty good. I feel like I can pace myself and put a distance on Overstreet and the rest of the field the rest of the way.
All about that. Good to hear. The optimism from the driver of the 2 machine is back. We saw the damage may have been holding you back. And how you feeling now with the car being cleaned up?
Yeah, the damage was definitely holding me back. I still felt like I was somehow the fastest truck on the course, but it works out, you know, take the fast repair, make sure that we're really getting out there as best we can and have the car 100% as best we can and go for the win.
Absolutely been a relatively clean race tonight, and the driver of the 2 machine looking to go back to his dominating ways, winning the stage, and he's back out front, end of line penalty and all. Going through it, it is the driver of the 2 machine looking for more tonight. Caleb Morrissey looking for the 5th victory of the season. We thank you for your time. That is the driver of the 2 machine who leads the way right now. And we are going to see whether or not he can get it done on this restart. How about that? 2 machine right there. The pace car going to dive in. And Caleb Morrissey in the 2 machine next to the Michael Overstreet truck in the 39. We have almost the entire field with the exception of Brian Charnowski. And we are green again from Gateway. We're going to throw it to a crank it up right now as Caleb Morrissey going to put an incredible run in early on. It's time to crank it all the way. Be sure to turn your volume up. It's going to be quite the view to watch. We are back from our crank it up period. It is now 20 laps to go, and you can see that Caleb Morrissey still leads over Michael Overstreet, and now in third, it's the Shane Wheeldon Machine in the 98. We got a battle very, very fierce right there. That is for fourth. It's William Kelly and Tanner Speaking. We're going to turn our attention to that right now because it's getting closer and closer each time by. Sending it back to the battle there. Look at William Kelly. He's going to get it there. Keith Hanlon sliding, but keeps it safe. The battle still wages on. It's TK Pace, guys, and one to the grass. That's going to be William Kelly. Looks like his race is not over. Can he merge back onto the racetrack? We're going to try to find out. Point your attention to the 32, having him on the screen right about now. But it's not looking. We see him. There he is, back on the racetrack. William Kelly is there, and we are still watching the 32 machine. We're going to send it back to the replay and watch as we focus. Well, driver of the 32 machine, just sends it plowing through the grass, mowing the lawn, and doing a pretty good job of it, keeping it under power, keeping it straight. The nose is on the right direction at the very least, and he keeps going on his way. Caleb Morrissey there, 18 laps to go. We're going to send it back to the battle with Tanner Speakman and Keith Hanlon because it's still raging on. And you can see the 31 machine in the frame now, pretty far ahead of the driver of the 88 machine, and making a good run of it as Caleb Morrissey continues to lead.
The 2 car of Caleb Morrissey has a hand on the field. The 39 of Overstreet, the truck behind, and it's the 98 of Weldon. 17 to go here as we go down the back straightaway. As the race laps tick down, slowly coming to the final 15 laps of this race. The 2 car Caleb Morrissey leaving over the 39 of Overstreet. The battle we've seen the entire year and the entire season go on and slowly coming to an end as they roll on into turn 1, going down from that high lane, going up the track, and then going down through the chute, through turns 1 and 2, riding that low lane as we're watching the 31 do battle with the 88 as we go down the back straightaway. Trying to get a run, the 88 can't get it done. Shoots to the outside, rides that middle seam, is slowly beginning to go faster than the 31 just in front of him. As we keep going down, we go, and he gets a run here out of turn number 4. He tries to shoot it to the inside, doesn't quite have a bumper. Is able to pick a nose, and he goes down to the inside. He gets a bit loose, runs that edge. They both go up the track. The 88 has that inside lane, and he'll get the move done down the back as he clear. Oh, it's a tight move. He just gets cleared. But now the 31 has a shot to send it back down into turns 3 and 4. Tries to make the move, sticks his nose, but it just can't get it done. The 88 will make the move going into turns 1 and 2. And coming out of 3 and 4, he'll stay in the position that he made the move. The 31 now drops a place back. 14 laps to go here in St. Louis. We keep going around and around. The 31 now trying to keep his momentum and try and go catch the 88, who we just lost a position to. The 88 out in front of the 31, now just trying to cruise away. And if it's me, if I'm riding along with the 2 of Caleb Morrissey, I would not want a caution to come out right now. I have a stable lead. I've been saving my tires, been doing well. We've been riding along just perfectly. No debris, no nothing to cause a caution. 13 laps to go. And as we wind down the laps, getting ready to come to 10 laps to go, the 2 of Caleb Morrissey leaves over the 39, then it's the 98 just behind. Caleb Morrissey, who's gotten a lot of wins on this season, shoots for another here at Gateway, or WorldWide Technology Raceway, as we enter in turns 3 and 4, following along with the 88. The total laps led of this race has been shared between the 48 and the 39. There's only 4 other people who have led laps, and the 4 other people combined still have not led enough laps as the 39 has led. So clearly a 2-man show out front here in Gateway. As we go down the back following the 88, who lost a position to the car in front of him, but gained a position out to the 31 just behind him. There's your lead of the 2 of Caleb Morrissey coming out of turn number 4. Coming to 11 laps to go. Position gained from where they qualified. The 2 has gained 3 spots. The 39 has gained 5. 98 has lost 2, our pole sitter. in the 88, who had dropped one spot from starting third. And the 93 has stayed dead even with where he qualified in 6th position. But everyone down further in the back of the field has lost a few positions. But I think the driver of the day who has gained the most positions for me has to be Michael Overstreet in the 39 truck, who would gain 5 positions on where he qualified. At the beginning of the stream, the 2 now comes out of turn number 4 to begin 10 laps to go. We've gone 10 laps to go, winding down the laps here in Gateway. The WorldWide Technology Raceway, the 2 still leads over the 39. The 2 title protagonists still out front here in Gateway. The 2 leading over the 39. Down the back we go. A big, solid enough gap, almost 2 seconds now. The 2 leading over the 39, heading into turns 3 and 4. It's been the same 1-2 for a while now, and the shakeup continues, but we've still got the same 1-2 right now. Coming across the front straight, we begin 9 laps to go. 2 out front here, WorldWide Technology Raceway. And now starting to increase his lead. Overstreet trying everything he can, but he's hovering around that 1.7, 1.6 second mark. Staying around the same gap. So as long as the 39 saves his tires, I think he'll have enough, just enough to oomph his way past the 2. Who's been running that middle lane the entire time, trying to just gain an advantage anywhere he can, and doing the best he can to get another win on the season that will lock him as champion. Throughout the rest of the season, it will lock his championship a race early. With the 2 still out front, with the 39 of Michael Overstreet trying everything he can to gain any advantage to go and catch the 2 car out in front, to just barely squeak out and lengthen this championship battle. Although as we tick down the laps, there can only be one champion come the end of the season. And to me, that looks like it's going to be the 2, Caleb Morrissey, who comes out of turn number 4 to lead to begin lap 8 to go. And now 7 to go as we cross the start-finish into turns 1 and 2. The 2 still leading over the 39 as we're getting ready to go down the back. The 39 still riding just behind it. Not enough speed to go and catch. Now down to 2.1 seconds. So the 2 car out front is now extending his lead and making his lead bigger compared to the 39. His title protagonist just behind, who's trying to do everything he can to lengthen the battle all the way to the checkered flag down in Kentucky. It will not happen, however. He does not have enough speed to go and catch the 2. And right now, Caleb Morrissey leading out front, a 10th down on where it was there before. The 39 trying everything he can. With the laps winding down, we're about to hit 5 laps to go.
We're hearing word of a battle between the 98 and the 88 machine. It's Keith Hanlon and Shane Wheeldon. And apologies for interrupting. Thanks to Sean Derriman, we're getting some word of it. And it looks like, yes, we do have a battle on the racetrack. It's the 98 and the 88. Hanlon looking for one final charge. Shane Wheeldon looking for it as well. This is the battle for the 3rd position, the final podium slot at Gateway with 5 laps to go. It looks like it's going to be Hanlon making yet another charge once again. The grip strip is carrying Shane Wheeldon through. What can Hanlon do? Looks like he got the raw pace once again, but Hanlon using his ability to finesse this machine to get another position perhaps locked up. We got one going down to pit road now. And this is the driver of the 09 machine. That's Shea Derriman. Are we getting pit cycles early? I believe we might see a very short dash if these guys have not managed their fuel correctly. This is what I predicted earlier on by lap 66, lap 67. Is it for sure? We're going to see 4 laps to go. We might just see some more guys pull into pit road if they have not managed their tires correctly. And look at that. The 98 machine, the 88, they're still fighting as hard as ever. Caleb Morrissey still is your leader. But we're not sure what's going on right now. Pit road, one driver. It is the 09 machine. Looks like nobody else has come down so far. It is still going to be an incredibly close battle when it comes to the fuel mileage these guys are going to have. Because I'm not sure if all of them are going to be making it all the way. Shea Derriman, the first driver to come in, if any are going to come in after him. Oh, it's Hanlon to the wall there. That might put an end to his chances, although we've seen him battle back with damage incredibly well beforehand. Will he be able to do it again? We are going to find out in style. Look at that, the 88 machine wobbling as hard as he can. It looks like Michael Overstreet falling back to Morrissey. It is a 2-second gap right now. Shea Derriman still on pit road. Not sure what's going on there, but the 98 machine is the only driver coming down with 3 laps to go now. It is going to be very, very soon 2 laps to go. We only have just about 2.5 miles from the leader's perspective to go in this event. And look at the wheel of the machine making a good run of it so far. The 98 machine not able to catch up so far. Look at that. The driver of the 88, Keith Hanlon, still holding on. It's 2 laps to go right now. So we might have to just switch our attention back to the leader of this event, get rid of the pit road box, and focus on Caleb Morrissey. He might be able to set a record that won't be breakable until the next season. Close off the boxes and put your attention on the race leader, the 2 machine of Morrissey, because it looks like he might just go for race win number 5. Is he going to be able to make it happen this time by? We will find out. The pit road box right there. This is the white flag lap for Morrissey. Only one more time around, and the 2 machine faced the trials and faced the tribulation, and this time by, he's going to be bringing it home. Win number 5, setting a record that won't be broken next season. It is Caleb Morrissey, win number 5, and he gets it done at Gateway. Incredible job by an incredible driver. He pushes through and is now going to be the all-time wins leader in the Rush Truck Series for at least the remainder of the season to come. Overstreet, he's going to practically lock the title up now, but the applause, it goes to the 2 machine for putting together another incredible performance. Wheeldon gets it done over Keith Hanlon. The battle ended as such, and your race is over. We're going to have a short break in the meantime, as we are going to be able to see our burnout procession. And look at that. The number 2 machine gets it done again. We will be showing the live feed shortly. We apologize for the quick interruption. However, it appears that something has gone awry behind the scenes. We'll be working on it shortly. And when we fix that up, which we have, we're going to watch the burn down now. Look at Caleb Morrissey go once again. Burning it down, rightfully so. Win number 5, an incredible season for Caleb Morrissey. Putting down the law once again. He's won over half the races this season. And once again showing he is a force to be reckoned with in this championship hunt.
The 2 truck of Caleb Morrissey burning it down. Almost locked it in at this point. So I think it's fair that we can call him the Rush Truck Series champion. 1 race early. He's locked it down here in Gateway. WorldWide Technology Raceway after a great, long, all-season battle. Michael Overstreet, his closest competitor, the 39 car. He is able to walk away champion here from St. Louis.
Now, apologies for the interruption, but it is actually Michael Overstreet who will be the champion. Caleb Morrissey is only going to be able to overthrow Shane Wheeldon for second based on this performance. A little bit of a timing and scoring mishap. It appears the iRacing that we were going off of for timing and scoring beforehand was incorrect, and it was leading us to some false conclusions. Overstreet is locked up as the champion, but the all-time wins leader for the remainder of the season will at least, for just about now, Caleb Morrissey, as he still takes the burn down downtown in Gateway. And a race winner tonight, putting together an incredible show. How about it? And now, going around the track in style, win number 5, an incredible performance. It looks like you truly did have the fastest car at day's end. Caleb Morrissey, how you feeling after this victory at Gateway?
Wins always feel great, don't they?
Absolutely right about that, but it was a little bit of a more rigorous one, especially during that second stage. How'd you feel the process was to get it done?
Yeah, after that last caution, after we just cycled through the green flag pit stops, I definitely needed to fix that damage that I had from earlier on, and fortunately was able to get it fixed. Had it not gone yellow right after that, and had it stayed green, I feel like we were good on fuel to go all the way and still pull out the win. So I feel like I had the strategy covered no matter which way I did it, and it was a lot of fun tonight. I always have fun racing against the guys in this league, especially Overstreet. You know, he's a formidable foe, and it's always seemed to be an epic battle between me and him no matter where we go.
Absolutely an incredible battle. Once again, you two have put on, and it looks like right now just grinding out wins before you can get to the second season, where we certainly hope to see you as a championship contender. How are you feeling about Kansas, which will be in the next week?
I love Kansas, especially if the top line all the way around is working. So hopefully that's where you'll be finding me, just ripping the cushion.
Hopefully, we will be finding you in that position as well, going for your 6th victory. How are you feeling your chances will be in the next season, as we will be using the same trucks, I believe, barring a completely surprising change to some of the older trucks and similar tracks as well?
Yeah, I feel great as long as I don't miss, a race or two. I feel like I could be in championship contention. Should have been this season, but you just miss out on a couple, and Overstreet just kind of ran away with it pretty early on, and there was just no coming back to it. So hopefully next season comes around here pretty soon, and we're able to compete and run for the championship. But for now, I'm happy trophy hunting. So we'll see how next season plays out.
Absolutely. Shades of Colleague Racing, just trophy hunting here, but looking for the championship trophy within the next season we will only see in a few weeks' time. Caleb Morrissey, win number 5 with 61 laps led. We thank you for your time.
Thanks, guys, so much. I just want to take a quick shout out to all the viewers tonight, all my friends and family, my teammates that watched from other leagues. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate everybody that viewed in. Appreciate the broadcast team, Shane, all the guys that done admin and do a great job running this league. Sorry for your loss, man. This race was in memory of him, and moving on to next week.
Absolutely. We thank you for the time here, and thank you for the shout-outs. Yes. Thank you for your time. And we're going to bring now our second position finisher, the driver of the 39 machine, Michael Overstreet. Looks like the championship has been locked up for quite a while now, almost 350 points in front of the second position machine in the championship standings, which I believe now is Caleb Morrissey. How are you feeling after tonight?
Oh man, it well, Gateway really isn't one of my strong suits, and I didn't really have any time to practice this week. So the first half of the race was just learning, um, and once I took the lead there and got some clean air after the stage, I was I knew where the limits were, but also how to kind of say conserve my tires a little bit, and yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm happy that I finished second, but at the same time, I'm PO'd that I finished second again. Getting getting tired of finishing second to that 2 car. So we'll I'll give him a nudge next week for sure.
Next week, it is going to be the final race of the first season, and how you feel your chances will be going to the 1.5 miles of Kansas.
It's gonna be a track position race. I love running the high line anywhere I can. Um, but yeah, if you're not the leader, it's gonna be pretty difficult to pass. Um, we'll see. I mean, I've been proven wrong before, but that's kind of the mentality that I've got there. It's typically how it is. It's a little bit looser up top, but yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Absolutely. 27 laps led on the night, but coming up just short. It is the Michael Overstreet 39 machine and its driver in interview lane, of course. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Got to go a quick shout out to you guys for putting on a good show again. Can't wait to go watch it. Everybody at Rush Racing, Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, Oversteer Motorsports, uh, Hawk Designs. Um, gosh, I don't know if I'm forgetting anybody, but if I am, shout out to you guys too. Oh, my lovely wife, um, for letting me do what I do on Sundays. So we'll go get them next week.
Absolutely. Thank you for your time. And now we're going to be moving to our third position driver on the night, the driver of the 98 machine, Shane Wielden,
Right.
putting together a good run there. And how about that? How are you feeling after tonight?
Feel great. I thought it was going to be. It turned out a lot better than I thought it was going to. I got to lead some laps, collected a bunch of points. Not that it matters, but personally, is a goal of mine and mission accomplished. And I'm just, when you're running Michael Overstreet and Caleb Morris, it was a class of the field. So you just got to be happy to be on the same laps they are at the end of the race.
Absolutely putting together a good run. Both of them did, but we saw you battling in the midst of the mid-pack and the upper mid-pack to the point where we saw you up there for the lead early on. How'd you feel about your car's confidence over the entire event?
I got the pole, which I was happy and surprised with, and then Tanner got me leading the first lap, and I was like, I gotta get back by him, get more points. And me and Tanner had a great battle in that first stint. It was awesome, and just it seems like I took care of my tires better. And as the run went on, they fell off, and I was able to separate from them. And it was we have a little association with them, so team affiliation. So it's fun to race those guys. We practice together. So I just wish Patrick Gentry could have been here because he's heart and soul of the team. So the Hurricane Esports. So I just he had to work. So I just wish he could have been here. And yeah, it was a great run. I'm very happy and surprised with it. And the like I said earlier, taking care of the tires is the key to finish on the podium.
Absolutely taking care of the tires and getting it done at the end of the day. How are you feeling about your chances for the season finale at Kansas?
I love Kansas. I don't see my tires seem to fall off quicker than everybody else's, so I got to work on that this week. Anytime you can go to a fast mile and a half, it's a lot of fun. So I think Patrick will be there, so we'll have some collaboration and we'll try to get these Hurricane Esport trucks back in the top three. Hopefully top two.
Absolutely. Back in the top two, a fierce battle right now with Caleb Morrissey for the top two in the championship position. And it's looking to be a fierce battle that goes all the way to the end of the season. It's the 98 machine of Shane Wielden rounding out your podium tonight, and we thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank everybody that helps put on this league. The drivers show up, you, Sean. It's just, it's been a great experience racing with these guys this year.
We hope to see you back again next season and, of course, next week. Thank you for your support of this league, and we hope to see you one more time this season.
So,
And that is your podium procedure for tonight. We're going to show you your race results before we tune out for tonight's events. And we're going to get them on your screen right now. The Caleb Morrissey machine already out of the racetrack. He is your race winner. And how about Throttle to read off your race results for tonight's event?
To end off the night, we've got the 2 of Caleb Morrissey, then the 39 of Michael Overstreet there with 2 seconds back. The 98 of Shane Wielden, then Keith Handlin, Tanner Speakman, Joseph Picaro, William Kelly, Shay Derryman, and Brian Tonowski to round out your top 9 finishers here in Gateway.
And those are your top 9 for tonight. An incredible job done by every single one of these drivers to put on a good show in spite of a, unfortunately, lower than average sort of battle in the race. But if once again, the Rush Trucks League always putting on a great show nonetheless, and we love to see every single one of them coming down one more time to get one done here at Gateway. That ends your event tonight, the WorldWide 120, and we hope that you all stop by for the next event, the season finale at Kansas, and we hope that every single one of you enjoyed tonight. If you did enjoy tonight's race, be sure to like and subscribe. It is always greatly appreciated, and every bit of feedback and support goes directly to ending the stream we see right there on your screen, but going directly to improving this channel step by step. It's a community effort here, and we love to keep it that way. Thank you all for watching. It's Andrew Schulte, David Kreutz, and Alexander Balderas here tonight in the broadcast booth, and we hope you enjoyed our presentation of the WorldWide 120 in the Rush Racing Trucks League.